All right, so my name is Jessica and working with the Sprout Project. The team that, folks that helped out with that and offered a lot of insight, which was really, really valuable. We got Greg, John, Cheryl, who she had to take off earlier today. Megan stopped by, Sam did as well, and so it was a really nice, good rotating group of folks. So we started off with the idea of doing the app, and it turned into realizing that if we just went ahead and took the next evolutionary steps of the website for Sprout, that would actually take care of a lot of the things that we wanted to set out to accomplish. So as you can see right here, so up here we just have what we currently have for Sprout. It's a WordPress site. Two of the gals that work with Sprout got it to this point by doing very part-time work on it. So it's actually, there's a lot of really good stuff with this site. And to be able to get to the CSA, what is a CSA? Sorry, I'm not navigating very well. The marketplace, funding and about us, all that good stuff. We have some good photos on there, but as was pointed out, there is a lot of setup that we can do better. So we just went ahead and basically created this basic list here, which we're going to go ahead and I'm going to take this list back to the folks that I work with at Sprout, so we can kind of prioritize and set some timelines, as well as just kind of revisit the business plan, which includes the marketing plan, and see what kind of communications plan is actually in there, and if there's not really a set definition, to maybe work on that to be able to take us to the next steps. One of the first things that was noticed right away was that we need a responsive design for our website. When you look it up on a laptop, it's fine, but on a phone, it is not responsive. It's horrible, and I personally am the type of person, if I pulled up that site and saw how it looked, I wouldn't try, and I'd be like, well, peace out, I'll maybe look at it if I ever end up on the laptop thinking about it. So responsive design, and then also, as Sam had mentioned, considering Miller's Law, the magical number 7 plus or minus 2 when it comes to, oh my gosh, come on. Why don't I know how to use your computer? So like when it comes to what we have for up here, to be able to get it a little more condensed, reduce the number of options, but still be informative and offer info for folks. Otherwise, next idea, to actually educate folks, we were talking about how we could inform the institutions that we work with, as well as the farmers, on how to be found regarding local foods, and connect to Sprout as well, to be able to help them if they have a website already, what key terms they can use, how we can benefit each other, create that community on the internet, so that when random person from Texas comes up here and Googles local foods Brainerd, that the right options are going to come up. And then also, not sure exactly how to do it, but inform the consumer themselves how to find local foods at restaurants, and maybe consider like having an actual search function on the website based on zip code, so that they're able to find those restaurants and maybe actually finally get just a basic Google map up, you know. Add research, glossary of terms, and an FAQ for growers and for institutions. So if you're a person that has a garden and you want to work with Sprout, then how does a grower grow? How does that work? We need a calendar on our website. We don't have that right now, to throw any meetings or meetups that any of the folks within the area are having. When you look at, when it comes to, okay, so we have like a sponsors page here with folks that have done the funding, and then educators, but as you can see, none of them are hyperlinks. So we want to go ahead and get that taken care of, and potentially instead go ahead and include icons and have it in a grid format, since that seems to be a much more user-friendly method on navigation. So we want to be able to get that in the mix. Have a newsletter opt-in on the website that's easily found. One of the ideas was consider a feed on the homepage with content submitted by farmers and institutions at their discretion, so either via Twitter, Facebook, what have you, and then just have it go through someone with Sprout to just give it a quick review before it actually goes up, but to be able to allow the folks that we're working with to be able to be involved and to inform and, oh my gosh, I have the best green beans ever, even just anything like that, that people can maybe see. We do not currently utilize Google Analytics right now. We definitely need to do that. Simple things like including the icons for Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. On our page, we don't have that. We just have a couple hyperlinks, but we could position those icons in a good spot instead so that folks are more prone to finding us on those methods. Let's see. And connect to website, offer an easy share button. That looks like I wasn't paying attention to my notes very well. They're a little confusing now, sorry. Next spot, tell the story. One of the great things about today has been that someone like myself or like Cheryl, we definitely have a tunnel vision going on, having been involved so long with Sprout and with local food that it's so second nature, but it isn't to everybody. And so one of the important pieces is to be able to tell the story, whatever they are, if they're written, video, and it could be from us as folks from Sprout, it could be growers, it could be allow anyone to submit their own local food story that we could go ahead and review. So it could be tourists from Texas that came up and they have a story to share. And so get that personal connection so that because my story is going to connect with some people, Cheryl's story is going to connect with a whole different group of people. And so to try to offer those stories so people can understand Sprout better and why it exists and what role it could potentially play in their life and what potential role local foods could play in their life. I have a TEDx video mentioned up there. Arlene did a great talk for TEDx back in November, was it? October, November. And so it's just simple stuff like that. Like, we need that on the website. It's silly that it's not up there. And so that's on the list. Add quality photos. We pretty much only have photos on that home page that are cycling through. We have tons of photos. We need to throw those up there. We were talking about considering a homepage with 3 main areas or buckets on the main page. I think these guys have it. So just like kind of just the basic structure like that. To add just a little bit of, and then there's of course Cheryl is on the spotlight right there. But to be able to consider something like that to just add a little bit more depth to the Sprout website. And then, yeah, like I said already, revisit the business plan, marketing plan, and communications plan. And so, and hopefully get something moving along here so we can set maybe 3 goals and be like, we have to have them done in 30 days. So here we go. So, but yeah, a lot of this, I think this event was really, really good because it did help get the perspective in that we had been lacking maybe for a little while, and especially to have that technical side with how to set things up was really, really, it was really important for us to see. So that's what I got. Any questions?